Friends of the Archtop, this is Mike again with the sound sample, as promised, of the 1924 Gibson L5, otherwise known as the Loyd Loar signature, that I posted recently, and really happy to have it, thrilled with the sound. Might be interesting to hear the difference and similarities between this one and the second guitar, which I'll share tonight, which is it's a younger sibling from 1932. This is basically the same. There are two differences, and when I say basically the same, please, my technical friends, don't get after me in the comments that there might be more. The big differences are, one is birchback, the 1924. It's got a beautiful tiger stripe, zebra stripe pattern that really caught my eye when it was posted for those brief moments on a Retro Fret site. And then what we're traditionally used to seeing, the maple back on the 1932. That is the one difference, the wood type. The other difference is inside of this Loyd Loar signature is what I think most of you know as the Varese sound, a tone producer, which is essentially a disc of wood hanging from three legs from the soundboard inside the guitar, like a little plate about 6 inches long, 5 inches wide, with F-holes carved in it up inside here. And I'll try to post a couple of pictures of that as well. It's pretty cool. I got inside with my endoscope, was kind of searching around. But what's curious about it is, you know, Lloyd in his letters to the inventor praised it to high heaven as the most important innovation for stringed instruments in his lifetime, or something flowery like that. And it's curious as to, if that were true, why they only had a short life and application in guitars and mandolins, etc. But there are, I think, 14 documented L5s like this, with that Varese still in place, and I think there were 40 in total made, so some of them have been taken out or fallen apart or are lost. But in any case, I will share the two guitars, the tones you can better distinguish with some open chord. Sorry, my jazz friends who love comping, I'll do a little of both, but to my ear, the music I like to play, I can hear the subtleties of the harmonics and the resonance that are produced by these variations in wood and structure. Better than if it's just, you know, the chunk, 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 which is important. That's first part, comping with the 24. Pull up this guy who desperately needs a crowning. The intonation is a little bit off on this guy. Can I start that over? Okay, that is the 32, and I can tell you from a playability perspective, these are not the easiest guitars to play for me. picking there. Nothing too fancy, but the tone comparison I think is interesting. That was the 32, and this is the 24. You can hear it. The bass is much more vibracious. Is that a word? Vibratory. It's thunderous. I can feel this one into my chest, whereas on the 32, the 32, I didn't feel it as heavily. It's not the most important thing for me, though. That bass response is really attractive, and I like both. They sound quite good to me, both of them. Just for an interesting other comparison, I know the bracing has a lot of influence on tone, and I thought it'd be cool just to throw in a bonus comparison, I guess, which is this 36 or 37 17-inch. So following the 16-inch grandparents, so to speak, this was the next evolution, 17-inch body, the advanced, and obviously different fretboard inlays. But the biggest difference, or 17 inches is the biggest difference, but the bracing is probably the second important difference on the tone, and I think it's this one is kind of slappy and barky. Maybe action a little bit too low. In any case, which do you like best? Man, I like them all. I really think this has a great sound to it. I mean, in my mind, I want to justify the dollars by saying that Loyd Loar signature is the best thing since sliced bread, and it's great. I know George Gruen, if you watch his video, talking about his personal, the love of his life, so to speak. I think he says it's his musical partner. His Loyd signature is to him the most important instrument he's ever owned. So he swears by it. I think it's great. In my mind, to justify the investment, I maybe am biased a bit in thinking it sounds better than the 32. And comparing those two to this larger body X-braced isn't really fair, but to my ear, I really like the X-braced version here. But a little bit more hollow in the bass than that one with the Vierzy in it. So, any conclusions? Maybe not. Anything interesting come from this experiment? Maybe not. But it was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And forgive the playing. Again, this is not something I do to demonstrate my superior guitar skills. You can see I love guitars. I don't love hoarding guitars. I love sharing them and love to hear your comments on them and discuss the differences. And it's in the spirit of goodwill and making good friends. Take care. Have a good night.